to take away our rights to vote. You see, this is nonsensical stuff that's going on right now. And I guess the biggest thing that I do as a civil rights attorney is just bring some common sense back to this theater, this political theater, to this ongoing civil rights movement, if you will. Just bring some common sense back to it. That's what I do, because there's so much nonsense out there. But anyway, because of them, the Voting Rights Act of 1965 was passed. And what it did was it gave teeth to the 15th Amendment, enforcement teeth. Because as part of the Voting Rights Act, Congress gave the Attorney General the responsibility of protecting voting rights, of fighting against racial discrimination, against the poll taxes, the literacy test, the racial gerrymandering, and so on. And one of the biggest things that the Voting Rights Act did, it no longer does that, and I'll tell you why in just a second, is that it required those southern states, some of the other ones, to have to get approval from the Department of Justice before they made any changes to their voting rights laws, because they had a tendency to enact voter suppression laws. So they had to get pre-approval from the DOJ. Some of those attorneys who have now quit. Well, that requirement, that provision, that section of the Voting Rights Act was gutted in 2013 in a case called Shelby County versus Holder. So now those southern states don't have to do that. They can implement any sort of voter suppression law that they want to, basically. So now those southern states don't have to do that. They can implement any sort of voter suppression law that they want to, basically. And all that's left is Section 2. And it too has been weakened considerably.
I wanted to make sure I had that.
So now those southern states don't have to do that. Well, that requirement, that provision, that section of the Voting Rights Act was gutted in 2013.
I'm going to watch it again. We ain't going to watch all of this because it's like 30.
Before they made any changes to their voting rights laws, because they had a tendency to enact voter suppression laws. So they had to get pre-approval from the DOJ. Some of those attorneys who have now quit. Well, that requirement, that provision, that section of the Voting Rights Act was gutted in 2013 in a case called Shelby County versus Holder. So now those southern states don't have to do that.
Good day, family. It's so good to see you. I just wanted to make sure I got that right there just to have it down. Yeah, I was going to come on, then I wasn't going to come on because last night I deleted the browsing or something, the cache or something, and I couldn't get in nothing pretty much. So I had to remember all the passwords and stuff like that again, but it's always something. But yeah, so I was like, I wasn't sure if I was going to today. And then I'm waiting on a very important phone call. So if I happen to go suddenly, you know it's them. Yeah, it's good to see you. We are forging through Powernomics. I was listening to Defiant Lawyers Network. You know, he's keeping us on our toes also, letting us know what's going on with politics and what it's costing us and where it's leading us, what all of this is meaning, what is stripping from us by the the dismantling of our democracy, the hypocrisy of democracy is being dismantled. What's going to be that underlying truth right there? That's what I want to know. Because who was it, Malcolm X, said it was a hypocrisy. It wasn't a democracy. It is not a democracy. Well, they dismantling it. What that bottom line going to mean when it's stripped down to its barest bare for us? So I don't know anything too much of nothing about politics, but I know some shit is, it's stirring up in the background. I can know that much. And yeah, I've been seeing the riots and stuff that's going on all over, the LA and New York, but I'm not really too much concerned. Just keep your ass from out there, Black America. Just keep your ass from out there and focus on you and your people, keeping your family safe. Because when it's time for you to defend your home, you need to be there. Your ass need to be there. When you need that, your family need that first line of defense. It's time for us to fight this on another way. Not with our bodies. Ain't no need going out there trying to do a damn thing. Set your ass at home with them babies and stuff. Get your books out. Get your pen. Get your notebook. Defiant Lawyers notebook. You get your notebooks and you find out where them meetings is going on there, them elections and stuff. Defiant Lawyers said we got the 2026 midterms coming up. And then in 2028 is the presidential election coming up. If it's to be any more voting. If it's to be any more voting. Because I don't know what the hell these people got going on. What they cooking up. But I know the shit is burning. Something motherfucking is scorching. And everybody that's out here doing all this protesting and stuff, it seemed to me like, it's about the deportations. The deportations. Your ass ain't meant to be here. Take your ass back home. Take that energy back home and fight for your country and your family that you done ran and left over there. Because all of you that's out there now, everybody should be standing up for the injustices that my people have endured, that we are suffering right here in America. You out there, you don't belong there or here anyway. Matter of fact, everybody need to get up, go drop white people off in Europe. Why you going? Y'all need to go too. Everybody, it's time to get up and get your ass out. Pack your shit and go. You done so much damage here. And all the while telling folks where they belong. Don't none of you belong here. Not a single pale one of you. You don't belong here. You still refuse to do the right thing. You still refuse to do the right thing and trying to make up this big madness out here about everybody else. Hell, all them people got to do, take your ass home. All of that right there is supposed to be for the right reason. All of that right there that's going on out there is supposed to be for the liberation of my people. That's why that's when the streets is supposed to be riled up. Because of this right here. Not because motherfuckers done eased over here and want to stay and then want to ride on top of us after all of that. You didn't sneak over here to assist Black Americans in all of our torture and trauma. So that's why I'm like, yeah, I need to learn about what our brother Augustus is talking about. Because somebody needs to tell the truth about it. Study just pushing us to the side. Still no more awareness. No more nothing from people. Everybody get the hell up and go. Get y'all ass up and go. Take everything. Take your 5G with you. Your contaminated foods and shit. Take all that shit back to your mother's land. Because this ain't working for us. It's just not working. And those that still claiming that we still got allyship, why y'all still ain't done the right thing? Why you ain't done the right thing? You haven't led or encouraged or tried to prompt Black America in the right way at all. No, it still ain't. Still ain't nobody still said you need your own political party. Since we talking about politics, I want to know why our greatest minds have not said we need our own political party. I always want to do that. What Dr. Claus said it was coalition building. I always want a coalition build. Don't never want to build for us. I always want to build with somebody else. Jump on somebody else's wing now. Can't be Democrats. Can't be Republican. Let's just jump on the tail. Why not jump the fuck off? But that's just me. I'm just saying, since all of this is going on. That's why, stay your ass at home and fight that way. Let's get together that way. Chicago, I seen sister, I ought to try to do that tonight, maybe. I'm going to try to do that what we used to do. How you share the video. I kind of like to just showing my TV screen. What the hell? Don't try to put me in these boxes and stuff. But I'm going to try to find it since I can't turn around and look at stuff like that. And in Chicago, they was talking about black people at her event. Wasn't nobody out with everybody else. They were still talking about black people, how we can build. And in Chicago, she was letting them know what they finna build, what's coming up, how we can work together and start creating. That's what we need to do. Don't take your ass out there for that bullshit. No, don't take, you better be sitting at home seeing what that bullshit is about. Because it's smelling somewhere. Something gonna rouse out of all of that bullshit. Watch and see, Black America. So don't take your bodies out there. We got to learn to fight this other ways and stuff. Yeah, fight it other kind of ways and stuff. And when we do, it's got to be on our terms. These are our motherfucking terms. We creating this shit now. Can't let nobody else get in there and try to create a damn thing. Ain't no more coalition building. We don't need that no more. We do not need that shit no more. So from where I'm sitting at, and if you feel the same, let your people know. Let your organizations and stuff know. I'm looking for those like myself that's sick of motherfucking coalition building. I want to build something for my people now. That's where I want to be. So you see me, you see this, you know my name. Send me a motherfucking message. Because I don't know where y'all at. Building for us. I mean, the meetings and stuff, we know what we gotta do. We know everything he telling us we gotta do. Everything Dr. Claude Anderson telling us we gotta do. We gotta do it. So where the hell is you at? You should be having protests letting us know what we gotta do for these next elections, what we gotta do to counteract this and counteract that. Because from where I'm sitting at, every motherfucking thing is a stab in Black America's back. Everything, the erasing of the Higher Education Act 1965, the Voting Rights Act, the affirmative action, all of that. Now the Job Corps, by June the 30th, honey, will be no more Job Corps. Just look into it. I don't know. I ain't looked into it and stuff because I told mine anyway, you ain't going nowhere. You ain't finna get on that trap and end up in your ass done been drafted somewhere and stuff. No, you ain't going. But for those of us, my people that do see that as an opportunity, and it is, and an accomplishment and some goals, and it is, it probably won't be no more by June the 30th. Somebody better put the brakes on. Say, hey, leave Black people out of all that bullshit. We start creating our own. Create your own Job Corps. Black Americans, I'm just saying, Black Americans, create your own everything. Now's the time since the what was that law he was telling us about? 3518. It's going to erase the Higher Education Act. Any medical center, pull up, urgent care, whatever, hospital, office that's mentioning racism, they finna be defunded. Won't be no more money and stuff coming through. That's why I said, we got to start growing our herbs and spices, vegetables, fruits, all of that. Go in there and make your own turmeric powder. Keep yourself wealthy and stuff. Get that inflammation off of you. Always add black pepper to your turmeric. That's what sister said. It give you a pinch of power. But I'm just saying, and as far as us with the knowledge, go on and start your medical school. Shit, I don't care if you can't do nothing but, sew them up and send them on down there to Sister Taft. Let Sister Taft go ahead and do her thing and stuff at her clinic. Then that's what you do. Bandage them up and send them where they got to go and stuff. If you got them knowledges and stuff, CPR and stuff like that, start up your little school, your little center. Start teaching us how to do some CPR. Somebody gonna have to have some breath somewhere. We got to do these things right here. Not only, I ain't even going to get into it because I've been writing down some of the stuff, but I'm going to tell you that we're going to need to brush up on our shelter, fire, water. We got to have everything together on all these fronts. Food, light. We're going to need a stove, a little makeshift stove. We're going to need to be able to keep cool, keep the babies cool, keep the elders cool, all of that kind of stuff. Be able to bandage some shit up, make some little stitches if you can. All of this is unprecedented. Yep. It's all unprecedented. And folks still, this is their ultimate fight back to resist what they've done to our ancestors. Martin Luther King said injustice to one is injustice to all. So everybody getting some of this oppression because they don't want to face it. And everybody know what the fuck is going on. Yeah, trying to cover it up by this big deportation and stuff. Hell, get the hell up out of here. And who was that I was listening to anyway? I don't want to call the wrong name out of stuff. But he said you've been hoarding your illegal friends and family all this time. You've been hoarding them, hiding them out and stuff, feeding them, taking care of them, keeping them warm and keeping them cool. But ain't nobody stood up for black folks like this, boy. For folks that ain't even supposed to be here. Beats the hell out of me. But yeah, let's read though. Good day, Kelvin. It's good to see you. It is good to see you. It's all over the place. The deportation, the riots and stuff. They're out there burning up cars and probably flipping them over and stuff. And for some folks that ain't even supposed to be over here. Damn this thing, ain't it? But we reading, we just focused on us. I just want my people, don't take your ass out there. Keep your ass at home. Let's read, let's learn, let's study so we can be ready for that 2026, 2028, right today, tomorrow. I don't even know what's going on with the political arena here. They ain't really making no noise so we can know what's going on. I guess I'm going to have to ask ChatGPT. Yeah, where can I go and search the news and stuff, the little ins and outs? And find out where this is going on and this and stuff, because folks ain't really about us. I'm saying, Black America, we need to be building our own Black political party. We need to be having, how we were having them giveaway get-togethers. Them donated get-together where they set up and they have diapers, light bulbs, bottles, milk, everything you could need. Pampers and all kind of stuff that you can need for your home. Toilet paper, dish detergent, paper towels, all of that. Where the seeds at? We need to be having that for seeds, soil, pots and pans. Not pots and pans, but flower pots. Because we ain't even going to be able to cook like that. Just start getting you some cast iron skillets and stuff. That's mainly what you're going to possibly be using. Get them little small ones. Yeah, you're going to have like small fireplaces. Yeah, we're going to have to build it with concrete. Those of us that ain't got the resources. So I just want to know out of our nonprofits and stuff, where the hell is the seeds at? The soil? Because now, see, since things are unprecedented, we still need pampers too. Well, we ain't went back to, the cloth diapers yet. But we still need pampers and stuff like that too. But y'all supposed to be out here also helping us get seeds, soil, pots for our vegetables and stuff. Y'all be having root bags. So we just reach off in the dirt and pull out a potato. I'm just saying, that's what y'all supposed to be doing. That's what everybody's supposed to be doing, because they're supposed to be elevating too and helping us to elevate so we can sustain ourselves during this new what the fuck ever it is, this new shit that's hitting the fan. And so I'm just like trying to do it on my own. Just begin on your own and stuff because they probably not gonna do it. But I bet you one thing, everybody else got their garden going. Them motherfuckers got shit growing. They got vines growing up the walls and shit. In the house and outside. But us, ain't nobody been telling us what we really needed to know. But they've been knowing this whole time. It ain't like I'm the only one just putting this together and realize what's going on. No. Everybody been knowing, everybody been setting themselves up. And so now, that's why we can't go out there. We don't need to be out there. Our asses need to be inside learning, teaching them babies, reading to these babies. We need to be reading these things to them. Give them their journal, they little pen and paper and stuff. Let them have it. You take time with them. Put the closed captions on if your ass need to. Get a chalkboard. You do it on your chalkboard or their chalkboard while they look at TV and take notes and stuff. We got to elevate with this. I'm drinking my mullein tea, Sister Barbara. When you see this, yeah, I'll eventually go. And if they say, hey, your lungs is bad, you know, smoke too much, you should have just never started smoking. Then all right then, I'm going to drink more mullein tea. I don't want to be on no medication for nothing. I'm just drinking mullein tea. Yep, it's straight. Yeah, I don't know how much I'm going to have to drink, but that's what I'm drinking. And lemonade got a beverage, and it help you cough up that phlegm and cold and stuff. We just got to do it. Yeah, we just do it on an empty stomach if you must. If you're taking medicines and stuff already, don't stop. Don't stop until your ass done got in touch with Dr. Yaki, because you've been fell out. They done got you on all these medicines and stuff. That's what they told me. I'm going to have to take that high blood pressure medicine for the rest of my life. And I said, oh, you a lie. You is a lie. Let me try to learn and regulate my own blood pressure. And I eat beets now. I ain't too far away from drinking beet juice. I'm going to try it. I just want to do it myself. I ain't got to rely on them for everything. I'm poor damn near all my teeth. Dr. Yaki said, don't even get your teeth pulled. You ain't got to. Even us, we ain't got to. Our teeth, especially us, connects to our brain. Our hair connects to the cosmos. All of this connects to us. This is our temple. We got to protect it for reasons other than we learned about in the Bible and stuff. It's more serious than that. We got to be able to connect with Mother Gaia and cosmic energy. That's where we come from. We got to be able to connect with them when it happens. So, yeah, you know, for your body, for your ass, right here on earth, start using your energy, your time, your effort, your attention for what you need to. Because we are eventually going to leave our babies here. They're going to be left here when we pass over. When we die. D-Y-E, not D-I-E. But when we do, they still going to be here. So let's not leave them in a world of shit. Let's not leave them in the devil's punch bowl again. With all of this man-made political warfare going on against us as a people. So, yeah, you ain't got no need in being out there with everybody else for everything else. When you need to be where you're supposed to be for us. That's fighting back too, y'all. You ain't got to be out there with them and claim that, oh, yeah, I'm fighting back. You ain't got to do that. That ain't our front line. That ain't our front line. I know you got love for your friends and your family that's caught up in that situation. But they should have been thinking about themselves. They should have been thinking about themselves just like they were supposed to been helping us to elevate about ourselves and stuff. So, yeah, let's read, though. Let's motherfucking read. Oh, and you know, tonight we will be finishing The Emancipation of Robert Sadler. Yeah. Copyright disclaimer on the 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teacher, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. And we all know I'm Face the Nation and I'm here by Black people. I ain't going to be here by nobody else. Sure ain't everybody else already got themselves together. All the people out here on the streets and stuff got to do is just go to the fold. They'll accept them back. I'm here concerned about my people. Oh, and what were we at? Chapter 2, the keys to empowerment. We had started that, I believe. Let me do a little digging here. Because we got past the coalition building, you know, where they use Black people and our presence, our effort, our time, just being there. And they reap all the benefits. And then we get nothing. Yeah, we on chapter 2. Yeah. Any race that loves the world and hates itself will eventually become the oppressor. But in my opinion, we have no more, and it wasn't sincere anyway, the coalition building. No. It made me feel some type of way when I think about that too in itself. Although there may have been some benefits to it, if you will. It couldn't have been nothing like us building though. Because see, don't nobody give us the best of the best of the best of the best but us. Other folks make us think that they helping us out and giving us the best and we making this work. We surviving. Now y'all motherfuckers making it work and surviving. This book said we ain't got nothing. We didn't get nothing from coalition building. Black people didn't. So that makes me wonder, all of y'all that's done did this for these past few decades, and you done got yourself known, you done got your little fame and fortune, like Vicky Dillon said, your little long, you done got your little lap of luxury. But what have you done for Black people? All of this roaring. We ain't even got one community that we are patrolling or even protecting or even standing out, providing for. Even if we come through that community like a whirlwind, knocking on everybody's door. Sister, what you need? Your light bill paid? Sister, what you need? A birthday coming up? Sister, what your car need? Your car down? You need auto repair? Ain't done a damn thing. But sure come out during the summertime when it's pretty with some watermelons and some Pampers and light bulbs and shit like that. Until voting come around, then everybody out with that pamphlet. Got a clipboard, yep, pens and papers and stuff, buttons and stuff. But all this ain't even been to help us. I ain't seen nothing. I ain't seen a damn thing. So now, I want to see everybody doing what they need to do for Black people. Black folks, all of you. Skin folks too, hell, bite your motherfucking tongue, hell. Do the goddamn right thing. Hell, just accept. Everybody made a fool out of you. Everybody made a fool out of y'all ass. So now, just do the right thing. Do the right thing for Black people, Black America. Hell, for all the love. You said that you love Black America and you want to see them achieve and do better and be better. Hell, put your money where your mouth at. Put your vote where your mouth at. Put your time, your space, your effort, and help your people. That's all you got to do. White folks, y'all too here when you see this here. Don't be sitting. No, hell, do what you said you were going to do. Get your ass out there here and rile up for cut the check. Yeah, you the one can get in them spaces. Ain't that what you? Oh, we're the best allies. We can get in places y'all can't get in. We standing back there. Yeah, that's true. They can get in places we can't get in. Push that whole motherfucking table through the wall and sit in the middle of the room. We need it. Shit, hell, you're riding on a vulture anyway. I'm just saying. Shit, talking about the political bird, the political stance. Yeah, the wings. And it's just flying through the air. So poor Black folk just hanging on. Whoa, just dummies. Don't do it no more. Don't be no fool and a dummy. Now that you know better, now that I know better, I want to know what the people that's thinking like my ass thinking. Don't tell me I'm the only one that's thinking like this. We should be building for Black folks everywhere. This is the time. That's why our asses ain't out there. That ain't set up for us to be out there on that. That's why we're supposed to be at home reading, studying all over the board. I got documentaries I ain't even finished because there's so many. The knowledge is so, y'all, you ain't gonna want to get away from it. You're going to get mad when somebody come over there talking about, can you put on Hell's Kitchen? You going to live. Now get your ass up and leave then. But yeah, just give us a chance and let's just do it. I'm just saying. But yeah, let's read. And I just had to maximize that because now that I got 2 in here, that's all I need. Yeah, I ain't got time to be sitting up waiting on no 15, 20 people. We don't want to hear this. Especially those that know I'm talking about them. Shh. Oh, honey. Yeah, but it's the truth. Shit. I ain't that mad at your ass and stuff. Well, I done told you how I feel about it and stuff. Now just make the change. Just make the change. Come on. That's what Michael said. Just make the change. Do the right thing. Hell, them is your black babies. Your black nieces and nephews. Shit, don't act like, oh, it ain't affecting me and mine. It is affecting yours. And it will affect yours. Ain't nobody, we got to start thinking ahead. These folks been planning this for decades. I mean, 25, 30, 50 years. Shit been going on. But I digress. Powernomics, the national plan to empower Black America. Claude Anderson. And look at that cotton right there, y'all. Look at that cotton right there. We got cotton. There it is over there on that table. We got cotton. Yep. The keys to empowerment. Any race that loves the world and hates itself will eventually become its own oppressor. The first chapter discussed how slavery generated racism, which created race-based monopolies and vast wealth for white people. These race-based monopolies made white people the proverbial 900-pound gorilla and rendered Black Americans null and void as a competitive and productive group in the marketplaces. Yeah. But then they want to act like we, the King Kong and the gorilla and stuff. But this right here made they ass the proverbial 900-pound gorilla. And then, like the elephant in the room. It's always their motherfucking ass that's hulking over everything over us. It's always them. And then we act like we so content being minuscule and, and skittering around and stuff. No, this is a new day. This is a new day, a new era. Ain't nobody ever seen this shit right here. I don't give a goddamn if white folks did plan all of this. They ain't got the power. They ain't got the key. This man-madeness don't even stand a chance. Black America, you get yourself together. Don't even stand a chance. Unless you give up. You give up and let it be, then it will. It will. However, like any monopoly, white racial monopolies are not perfect. They can be beaten. Oh, yeah, we read this right here. They can be beaten. We're going to read this part right here anyway. Just to catch up, yeah, because it is the beginning of chapter 2. We didn't get too far. I think the next page is where we were going to start at, actually. But it's not perfect, y'all. The white racial monopolies, that shit ain't perfect. It ain't. It's just because we not focused. We not focused, paying attention and putting our energy, our creativeness, our critical thinking processes to it. That's why it seemed like they got everything and it come easy to them and God loved them and God give to them. But when we get in heaven, we gonna have everything. Fuck that shit. Fuck that bullshit. White racial monopolies are not perfect. They can be beaten. But Blacks will need the right combination of skills, appropriate mindsets, clear direction, and a sense of group self-interest, plus a competitive group spirit in order to compete and win. Yeah, we went over this right here yesterday. And y'all, we got all of this. We can learn a combination of skills. I can learn them skills, whatever they are. Let me underline this. Blacks will need the right combination of skills. We can learn these skills, y'all. We more intelligent than they told us, than they forced us to, brainwashed us to believe. Fuck that shit. We the most intelligent, creative. So yeah, don't even worry about that. You can learn that shit, even if you got to use hints to help you remember. Create scenarios to help you remember. We can do that. We got to have appropriate mindsets. Appropriate mindsets. Where your mind at? You know how we always like to say, what's up? What's going on? How you doing today? Now, how you thinking? That we're going to have to elevate our agreeing with each other. The way we talking and stuff. We're going to have a clear direction. This is strictly, only, first and finally about Black America. Can't be no ins, no outs. Can't be for no other people. You can't slide no little piece of paper in there. Well, they might need a little bit of assistance. Nah, well, they better take their ass over there where everybody else at and get that, let everybody else deliver for them. Because we got to have this clear direction for us. Okay, for us. We got to make this work. Ain't nobody in a position to infiltrate on no ends, y'all. On no ends. And we got to have a sense of group self-interest. We got to care about each other. You got to care about your people. Move now. Get down. I don't care if you and Sister Shirley been into it. You still got to love her and them babies. You still got to want her and them babies to receive and to get some of these resources too. You got to want to see them heal. You got to. You can't come in there like, I don't like her and her whole family. So, yeah, no, you can't be like that. If that's the case, you need to be over there where, Karen them is at. Because we got to have that group of self-interest. A sense of group self-interest. And a competitive group spirit. Yeah, you can't come in now with that old lame bland shit. You got to come in willing and wanting to, focused, determined to win this. Yeah, and a competitive group spirit in order to compete and win. And it ain't just about me, you, and you, and you. We got to come in as a group with that group spirit. Everybody know why we here. Everybody know why we here. And honey, I promise you, when you do come together and you create that Black political party, baby, it ain't going to be nothing left. Ain't going to be nothing left on the ground that you need. Because everybody done put in on it. Everybody done put in on it. Yes, all you got to do. And do that with everything. Not just the political party, the Black political party. I just mentioned that because that's what we talking about and stuff. And as far as I'm concerned, since I just started learning this stuff, that was the whole purpose of all the blueprints, all the rough drafts, the models that were left to us by all our ancestors, the Black Panther Party, everybody that left us blueprints, rough drafts, the narratives like love letters, whatever it may be, all of them had solutions in them. That's why everybody got them but us. Yep. But all we got to do is read. Just read. I might be reading between the lines a little bit ahead of time and stuff, but that's what it is for me. See, we all got to create this together. Like minds think alike. Let's just find each other that's thinking alike. And motherfuckers that ain't been doing right and thinking right, you better get yourself together. Yep, you better. So, but I digress though. When these attitudes are properly mixed with our group competitive advantages, we can then, y'all, play real life Monopoly. Because you know Dick Gregory said this a game. This whole thing is a game. Let's play it. Let's play this motherfucker. Shit. They can't go up there anyway. They can't go up there to the multiverse, to the afterlife. Yep. Just make sure you don't end up in heaven. Yeah, as above, so below. They doing the same thing up there. Prove they ain't. Prove it then. You got your Bible and I got mine. I know you got your, no, they're mine right there. Read something. You got your Bible and I got mine. Let's play the game. Shit. In this chapter, we will learn about the keys and tools that can empower Black America and make it unified, self-directed, and economically stronger. See, we ain't never had that health or wealth. Health is wealth. We ain't never had it. No, because we looked at how white America had it. And it's so superficial, we could never get it. But this right here ain't superficial. You got this. Yeah, you got this. This is you. Go inside. Go within. I'm just saying, honey. Many will ask the questions. Is it possible for Black America to transform itself into a state of economic and political competitiveness? Can modern Black America do what 18 previous generations of Black people failed or were not allowed to do? And that's what folks asking. Can we be economically and politically competitive? I think we can. Shit. If we manage our money right, see, even that, white people even manipulated us as far as spending our money. Yep, they made a whole documentary how to sell to the Negro, how to make us think that, oh wow, that water is colder. I guess that ice is colder. Them shoes are better. So we'll start dressing and acting and wanting to be like them, I guess. Just some old spending all their time and effort to sway us. So yeah, we decide and we acknowledge and accept that, hey, stop spending our money on that bullshit. They done showed your asses that the purses cost 32 cents. What the fuck you still going out there trying to buy it for and stuff? Talking about it look good because you still got name brands on. Stop spending your money with that bullshit. And I bet you we become economically stronger. Let's start using your money. Yeah, using your money for you. I ain't totally against stocks and bonds and stuff. I'm trying to do it myself. However, I do feel like motherfuckers is using that means to an end to further line their pockets. I mean, why the fuck you gonna make an opportunity like that damn near $1,000 goddamn dollars, but you claim you really want to help black people achieve this level of success, this pinnacle of financial freedom? But it's goddamn $1,000. Oh, and then you go down on it. You go down on it, give us a discount and it's still $650 goddamn dollars. So yeah, I'm like neither here nor there with that shit. Yeah, I'm just neither here nor there with that shit. What I can say, if you like myself, I ain't reached that political or that I didn't reach the political pinnacle, the educational pinnacle, the financial pinnacle, the religious pinnacle. I ain't reached none of them motherfuckers, and I'm so goddamn glad I didn't. Because let me tell you this here. You really ain't got the money to go and be spending hundreds and thousands of dollars. I know. Go to Miss Magdalene, somebody, WhatsApp number 000-55328-7070, some shit like that. And yeah, she's the greatest and stuff, honey. Instead of doing all that bullshit like that and stuff, honey, go to Cash App if you got it. Take you $1, $2, $5, buy you $1 worth of, I don't know, something to do with they got different sections, different categories. It could be food, education, the all the name brands and stuff, anything, put anything in there. From electricity, engineering, put your $1 or $2 on your company and stuff. And as they go up and down and stuff, if you be like, oh, well, I got $10 extra, yeah, put that money in that savings right there. You can send your money and stuff to Bitcoin too. Do some little stuff like that and take your money, go buy your ass some seeds and soil and some flower pots and stuff like that and start with your garden. Get your sewing machine, start making them baby little booties and little socks and stuff like that, because I'm finna try. I got a blanket right there. I pulled the thread and the whole border came off of it. Now, other than getting a needle and thread, I think I want a little small sewing machine. I think I want me a little small sewing machine. I'm going to sew it my damn self. I don't like to say my damn self because I ain't damn no more. I'm not damn no more. We not damn no more. We can stop saying that. Stop saying these little phrases and stuff that seem innocent, because they really not. Today, everything changed. Yep, we got to try and acknowledge, I do, the little things that I say and do that's actually hindering me. Because see, when you say you damn, then you very well might be. But with the knowledge and stuff, I got to learn to do better. So I'm just saying, for me. But let's read, though, because I don't want to keep you here all day and stuff. I just want to catch up and go a little bit further. Oh, and then when I did a little research, I was trying to see, because Bobby Hemmett said generations is 25 years, and his was that I learned the exponential equation, and it's like your great grandmama and granddaddy, your grandmama and granddaddy, and then you, and then it would be your great great great. It would go from each generation to the next and stuff. But I guess 18 generations would be like 1500s, maybe 1700, somewhere like that and stuff. I ain't really good with the chronological order or math like that. But that's how far back it would be. So they also asked that question, can modern Black America do what 18 previous generations of Black people failed to do or were not allowed to do? Now, we know going back that far, we couldn't even read. Back in 15 to 1700s, we were still enslaved. We couldn't do nothing. So, that's how far back it goes. But modern people are wanting to know. People today are wanting to know, can we actually do this? Can we do what needs to be done? And we can. But honey, we gotta put in the work for it. Your Bible already done told you that prayer without action don't work. So as we learning, we gotta put ourselves out there too. Yep. Even if it's just letting somebody know, hey, I want to be a part of the solution, then say it. Somebody be like, yeah, we need another sincere person. And you got to be sincere about it. If you're not sincere, cosmic energy gonna know. Mother Gaia gonna know. You're gonna step your ass out there and try to hug a tree and your ass gonna fall. You're gonna fall and skin up all of that right there. Tree gonna slap the shit out of you. I'm just saying. But let's read. I digress. In this chapter, you will find the answer to both of these questions is yes. It can be done, y'all, but it won't be easy. It's going to require Black Americans to make drastic behavior changes, y'all. We will have to overcome the primary impediments to Black empowerment, a historical wealth inequality between the races, our own learned inappropriate behavior, and a lack of a national plan. We got to fix all three of them, y'all. That's really all it is, just them three fronts. Just them three fronts. It's going to be like pouring oil on a rusty chain on a bicycle. You ever try to ride a bike with a rusty chain? Then when you pour that oil on it, oh, honey, you just gliding. It's like you really running on air because that chain just so smooth. But we can do it, y'all. Yeah, a historical wealth inequality between the races. We got to correct that. At one time we kept $1 in our communities. I think it was 11 days. It was the longest at one time, I believe. Now we'll keep $1 in our community, maybe an hour, 30 minutes. Some of us don't even keep $1 in our pocket. We ready to run. What can I buy for $1? You can't even get 10 pieces of penny candy for $1 no more. It's like $1.25. I'm just saying. But we can do it. Let's just, keep our money. Hold on to it. Go do business with us. Get your business open and stuff. Open your business. Our own learned inappropriate behavior. You know how we treat each other. So disrespectful to us. So rude, disrespectful, just angry, no motherfucking good. Let's change this shit. Yeah, don't come around me calling me bitch no more. Bitch, you see what happened? No, don't come around me with that shit no more. We gonna fall out. We gonna motherfucking fall out. All that's done. We got to set boundaries now. Yep, y'all coming around me and my husband and stuff and my young sons and stuff, and you can darn near see your little stuff hanging out. No, don't come around me in no booty shorts no more. Your nipples look like somebody done grabbed it and twisted it. Don't come around us like that no more. Start setting boundaries. All of this shit is inappropriate. Every last bit of it. Oh, you so sexy. The baby ain't but hell 2 years old. Quit talking to them like they young adults. Now, if you want to say adorable, fine. You got a precious son. Your son's so precious. Fine. But all this sexiness and stuff, leave them babies where they supposed to be at with babies. All this inappropriate behavior, call it out. And then the lack of a national plan, that shit is done. It's done. We got a national plan now. Bam. Right there. And then Augustus Corbett, he got a national plan. You can go to, what is it? I wrote it down. Maybe I'll find it tonight because I don't want to keep us no longer because I'm finna go too. But yeah, we got a national plan right here, y'all. Let's just work on these 3 areas right here. For those who are serious about building a new foundation of group wealth and political power, the first thing we must do is examine how we see, think, and behave regarding racial matters. Now, I know, I got to work on that. I know I got to work on mine. because I don't handle it well at all. But I will. I'm willing to work on mine and be a benefit to whatever we building. Now it's right here. I can say whatever the hell I want to say right here, right now. How I feel about things and stuff. You know, I do want to be a little bit more, you know, palatable for you. I don't want to scare y'all and make y'all feel like, oh damn, I don't want to be all. You ain't got to be like this. I ain't giving away no more forgiveness. Maybe I can put it a little softer for y'all. Can't say I'm gonna edit too much or nothing like that, because that's just like not me. I ain't got time for all that shit. I don't. We ain't got time for all that. You need to get the real and the raw, like I'm finna tell it to you and stuff. I hate to put it like that too, but I can't say I'm finna take my time and edit nothing about how I'm feeling about any of this, because I do feel motherfucking betrayed, and I do feel like my parents and my grandparents and my great grandmama, bless her heart. Yeah. You know, we always say bless your heart, be less. You know, I do feel like they were cheated and made fools out of, and now we trying to be a fool and a dummy, and I'm just not for it. I'm just not for it. Fuck it. I'm gonna sit here and stuff. I'm just gonna tell it how it is. I'm gonna read it. I'm learning it too for the first time. Now, if y'all sitting over there all calm and stuff and collected and stuff, then that's you. But I'm not handling this too well. So I'm learning it too for the first time. But I'm learning, I'm processing stuff. So I can be the best benefit for us as a people. You know, I don't want to just come off as no hothead or nothing like that, because I ain't even nothing like that. But I do feel some type of way about what my ancestors done been through too. Hell, anybody would. Everybody should. So yeah, just let me process it on my own. But yeah, you know, yeah. Don't try to sway me though. Let my ancestors smooth my rough edges, however they want to smooth them. So yeah, you know, we got to overcome these things and stuff. So for those who are serious about building a new foundation of group wealth and political power, the first thing we must do is examine how we see, think, and behave regarding racial matters. Violence just cannot be tolerated, though. I ain't even no violent person shit. I don't even want to see no blood. Think about nobody getting stabbed and shot and stuff like that. No. Hung. And, you know, just baby stomped and gutted and stuff and fingers cut off. I ain't even with all of that shit. This chapter will contain many technical concepts that are essential to understanding the action steps and principles recommended in the next chapters and stuff. And I just want y'all to know, I'm not here to be, you know, hurt nobody or harm no other people. Nothing. I just want to see my people receive our just due, our liberation, our sovereignty while we're here in America. So, and that's it. You know, I know it might seem like, yeah, she's so stuttering to get that out, but that's because hell, I'm trying to explain it to y'all. I don't want you to think that I'm one type of way, and I'm really not. I'm sincere about my people. That's it. And that's all. I'm not saying go out and harm other people and hurt other people and be manipulative against other people and stuff. No, let other people the fuck be and leave their asses alone. That's what I'm saying. Focus on us. All your focus and attention. Put it on us. We need it now. We ain't got time to be manipulating another group of people. Hell, when they folks say, come, everyone come. We ready for us to go into our big bunker. Hell, they're going to leave and go underground in the bunker anyway. So let's just focus on us. But distorted perspectives, our experiences give us our point of view. Like Alice in Wonderland, looking into the mirror, what we see is distorted. It's not reality. It ain't. It's the illusion. The illusion is broken, y'all. Yet, what we perceive, we believe it. And what we believe eventually controls how we behave. As black people, we tend to see ourselves and the solutions to our predicament through the eyes of non-blacks. We see us like other folks. We have done this for so long that we do not question whether or not our perceptions of reality are accurate. When we fail to challenge what we see and believe, we allow distorted views to lead to inappropriate behaviors. It is now time for us to correct the distortions by changing rather than keeping our perspective. We got to change it, y'all. It's like a whole new lifescape. You know, like in the beginning, I had started saying lifescape, and I tried to Get the example like a landscape. You know how some of the aunties and stuff, they be trying to see who can do the best landscape every summer. Yeah, you got Aunt Mary over here, then you got Aunt Sue over here. Every holiday, the decorations. Who got the best decorations? Every summer, who got the best mowed yards? Who got the best flowers? Honey, you see them poor landscapers out there. That poor man done changed that landscape 5 times trying to get it right because she want the perfect design for her heart of flowers or something like that. Well, we got to do a whole lifescape. Everything all across the board. You got to dig it out and replant it. We got to unlearn and relearn. That's all. Just unlearn and relearn. Our whole lifescape, from eating, drinking, what we're watching, what we're listening to, how we spend our time, what we're reading. You can't be reading Harlequin romance no more. No, you can't be reading Lifestyle magazine no more. No, if you ain't reading Jet, is Jet still black? I don't know. Well, you got black media. Go to black media now. I'm just saying, yeah. But all this Jet still black. Ebony magazine, they still black. Mm-hmm. See, we got to change this whole perspective of everything. What we wearing, how we talking, what we thinking and stuff. When you start thinking them low vibrational, all bullshit thoughts and stuff, honey. Black America, Black Africa, put it in front of your mind right there. The future, the children. Get rid of all that negativity and stuff because it ain't serving us no good. We got to keep our focus on us. When we get to thinking about all the fires that's coming along because Babylon is falling. America's crippled down like that now. Let her ass go on and fall. And they come to the forefront of your mind and stuff because after this, I won't even be giving a damn about it no more out there. All I got to say is folks and stuff, them, not us. You should have had your gear on while you're going out there and stuff. They should have had the helmet on. They should have had yeah, it's working. They should have had the chest gear, the elbow and knee gear going out there and stuff. But you, Black America, you set your ass at home and do the right, act and need that you need to do for this part of the fight for us. We setting that out. We doing more of this. And that's all I can say for them and stuff, and if they still planning on going out there and stuff, they need to run and get them some motherfucking headgear, some goddamn chest gear. But you, Black America, keep your ass at home and let's read. Yep. So we're at out of the box thinking, y'all. This is what we got to think out of the box now. We got that. That's it. Out of the box thinking. Now I know that's gonna come hard to some of us, but just be patient with yourself. Try to imagine and envision what other people who aren't thinking outside the box is coming from. Don't just write them off. Don't just write them off. Okay? And that way you'll begin to get a little bit acclimated and understanding. You'll have a little bit more patience to keep yourself there where you know you need to be. So you can work through this and you can unlearn all that bullshit. Because I'm so thankful, honey. I done learned half of that shit they were trying to teach me. That's probably why I failed everything. But, rejection is protection. Yeah. It has been said that the epitome of madness is to do the same thing over and over while fully expecting things to somehow change. We have spent centuries seeking civil rights and social acceptance while our conditions remain relatively fixed. As long as we continue to perceive and respond to our socioeconomic situation in the same old manner, we should expect to get the same old results. If we want different results or an improved lifestyle, we have to see, think, and act differently. Our national empowerment plan must be based on new, collective, out-of-the-box thinking. And collective means all of us. Every social, political, legal, and economic policy and practice that relates to Black people must be rethought, y'all. It must be rethought so that we can find creative channels through which we can emerge as a competitive, political, and economic force. And just because we're involved in it as a people, as a collective, We can't sit it out. And don't misinterpret that I'm saying it any way. Go out there to what's happening in the street, because I ain't even talking about that. That's deportation shit. We ain't got nothing to do with that. I'm talking about us as a people and what we fighting for in this country. What we fighting for. So yeah, we can't sit out the political arena. We just can't sit it out because our people are invested in it. That's what it allowed the achievements that we did achieve and we did reach. That's also the route that's being taken to erase everything we've achieved. So we can't sit the political madness out. We can't. We just gonna have to get in there and do what we got to do for the bullshit. Somebody turn the fan on or something. Yeah. Somebody turn the fan on. I don't know what the hell is happening. It's just blowed up. Everything just blowing up on us. Hey, folks, just let it happen. All of our people that was sitting in office and in them political seats and, just letting it happen and thought we weren't going to notice in time to save us. See, what they thought was at this time, right about now, we would be so caught up, so invested with other groups of folks that we'll be out there with them, fighting for them and stuff, because that's all we ever done is fight for other people. It looked like we thought we were fighting for us, but no, we were fighting for other people. So they pretty much thought that right about now, we will be out here fighting with everybody else and stuff too. That's why folks in an uproar. Like, get y'all black asses out here. Watch what somebody gonna say. Yeah, get y'all black asses out here. But we ain't supposed to be fighting on that front no more. Everybody else is. And while they out there, they need to go on and round up them that need to be going too. Take them on out the way. But I digress. Our social, political, legal, and economic policy and practice that relates to Black people must be rethought so that we can find creative channels through which we can emerge as a competitive, political, and economic force. And the economic part, we need to govern our own money. We need to steer our own money, keep our own money, spend our own money. We got like $1.4 trillion. I don't know. I ain't never heard that much money in my life. And spending it all for white America. We ain't getting hardly none of it to us. All of it's going to them. So it's saying the economic force, let's withhold our money. You don't need to go buy all that bullshit. You ain't got room at home now for it. The following line dot puzzle illustrates what we mean by out-of-box thinking. The problem is to connect the 9 dots in figure 3, box A, by using only 4 straight lines without taking the pencil or the pen off the paper. Oh, okay. Most people cannot solve the problem because they are bound and limited by their perspective. They will see the dots as boundaries, and they will want to stay as close to the dots as possible. To solve the puzzle, a player must be free enough in his thinking to extend his or her perspective beyond the dots, as indicated in the set of dots in box B. Oh, and let me just show it to you. Let me just show you what it looks like. So you see the 9 dots? Well, you got to make them connections without lifting your pen. Without lifting your pen. That's thinking outside the box. You got to connect all of them dots without linking your pen. The problem is to connect the 9 dots by using only 4 straight lines without taking the pen or the pencil off the paper. And that's it. That's thinking outside the box. Conventional wisdom and perspectives will neither solve the puzzle the puzzle of racial justice nor empower Black America. Racial inertia and competing social and economic forces are too strong. Black Americans have been locked outside the system for so long that we need to learn a new perspective in order to connect the dots. You get that? And I ain't say that. That's in the book right here. We got into our dilemma as a group, and since racism is a team or a group competition, we must play and win this contest as a group. Our new perspective then must be one of group solidarity. When a skin color team loses, everybody on the team loses, regardless of job, income, or education. In team competition, it is the responsibility of every member of the team to be sure his or her actions result in a team win. A perspective of group solidarity on race matters empowers us to see the world and others through our own eyes and to prioritize our interests and needs above all others. For Black America to place its own group self-interest ahead of every other group does not mean dislike for other groups. No, this don't none of this mean we dislike other groups. It just means for us. We loyal to us. That's what it means. We loyal to us. And it ain't hurting other people. We ain't saying other people, you can't have that. Give us some of that. Stop working on yours and stuff. We ain't saying nothing like that. Let other people the fuck go. Let them be. Live and let live. Let them do their thing. Hey, it's yours. You got it. Fine for you. We got to do it too. We got to get it for us too. That's all we saying. Yep. It simply means that we have matured politically and economically and will neither love nor treat any other group better than we love or treat ourselves. Fuck that shit. You keep what you got and stuff. We happy for you. Bye. But we won't put them above us no more. We won't make sure that, look, what the little mixed girl name? We won't make sure that little Latino child receives what they need. No, you make sure they receive what they need. They yours. We got to make sure ours receive what we need. Now, if anybody's saying that someone cannot achieve something, it's white America. It ain't Black people. All we saying is leave us the hell alone. We got work to do for us. All y'all motherfuckers done steered us and distracted us. But I digress. Yeah, now what time is? I ain't gonna keep us here long because I got to go myself. Oh, I ain't got but like 10 more minutes. Oh, and I want to tell y'all to make your water bucket, because I got me a 5-pound bucket right there. I might need to get me a better one so I can have my water system and stuff. And probably go to Lowe's or Home Depot for your spouts. I was out all day yesterday looking for some spouts, but I couldn't find them nowhere. And yeah, Chat GPT. Go to Home Depot and Lowe's and probably find some spouts there, so that way you'll be able to, yeah. And I want to get everybody one, everyone. We gonna just to get the water stored up and stuff. I don't know. I'm just trying to put together some solutions here. I just wanted you to know that because I did mention it to work on your water bucket and stuff, but you run into that. Now you know. This is the last one right here. Following the majority, because that's what we've been doing, following the majority of the people and stuff, white folks. We've been following white folks. The premise of our social democracy set the stage for a majority population to dominate and direct. See, the premise of our social democracy set the stage for a majority population to dominate and direct. Social democracy. The premise of our social democracy. All of it was set up for the majority population, for white folks from the very beginning. Yep, it made me feel like them. So they intended to switch the Republicans after a while and stuff. When did that come in? And was it a time limit? No, well, you could be Republicans for so long, but come the year such and such, we're going to flip the script. How did that even happen? If it was all sincere, yeah, just the confusion and stuff. But Dr. Neely Fuller said, until you understand racism and white supremacy, everything you think you do understand will only confuse you. I'm so confused by these people all this time. But I digress. But these special rights and privileges for the majority come with some special obligations. According to the Federalist Papers, which promoted the ratification of the U.S. Constitution, the majority rules but has an inherent obligation to address the needs and interests of its losing minority population. This obligation is emphasized when the nation has a planned permanent minority. And Dr. Claus said we was a permanent minority under everybody. Since the majority society has clearly failed to include the needs and interests of its Black minority population, and its interests are not reflected in the nation's laws, customs, and public policies, it is incumbent upon Black Americans not to blindly follow the majority society. The majority society's needs and interests cannot be placed above those of a Black minority. Playing to win as a team means Black America ought to set its own course rather than continuing to follow a game plan contrary to its own best interests. Right there. We got to set our own course, y'all. We in uncharted waters anyway. When a group is in last place within a society, if it continues to follow the pack, it will remain in the last place. We'll remain in the last place. Playing a game of follow the leader calls to mind a sled game of dogs. Only the lead dog determines direction and sees a change in view. The hind dogs only see the rear end of the dog that is ahead. Yep. As long as they stay in the harness and follow the line, the hind dogs will never see where the sled is heading or be able to change directions. The dogs locked in the gear guarantee that the lead dogs will arrive first and get the praise and the comfort of knowing that he is still leading. The hind dog only gets the satisfaction of knowing that what he sees every day will never change somebody else's ass. As we shift into an empowerment mode, we are shifting from the perspective of the hind dog to the mindset of the lead dog who can choose a new way. As we wriggle out of the harness and outside the box, it must always be clear that we will no longer have to follow the lead of majority society, our own political party. We got to lead the way. We don't need them to lead the way. You can't steer me no motherfucking word. Can't sway me. I won't be swayed. I won't be steered. We got to have that mentality. We the only ones that can steer us. And so many people done steered us for so long. That's it. We finna go. I'm closing up now. Yeah. But so many people have steered us, y'all. We just stampeding. We just been stampeding out here this whole time. And it's wrong. It's wrong. And we ain't had no friends. We have not had no friends. Everybody just been, misleading us. Now we stampeding. We don't know which way to go. We don't know what to do. We are clearly amiss about what's coming ahead, about the New World Order. The New World Order. I'm going to find my first video when I was talking about the Project 2025. And we didn't even know nothing about it. We were like, hell, I don't give a damn shit. And what we gonna do? Well, hell, fuck it. Shit, let them do what they gonna do and stuff. But it was costing us too much. We should have paid attention. If we had known that Project 2025 was gonna strip away everything, we should have just went harder. Get your motherfucking ass up and come on here. Let's go vote for Kamala with your lazy ass. I don't give a damn if you don't wash your face and brush your teeth at all. But your ass you gonna do that right there. Get your ass up and come and get in that ballot and vote for Kamala at least. Because see, they both here for the New World Order anyway. Hell shit. But I'm saying it would at least bought you, Black America, it would at least bought you some time. Everything wouldn't have been stripped away. Because see, and I had another one that's more colorful. When I find that, I'm gonna put it on the wall so we can have it for quick reference. But Kamala was like a far left agenda 2021. That's the deep state, the shadow government, which is like the democracy and liberalism and socialism and Marxism, all that good shit that I have no idea about. And the communism, cybernetic dictatorship, and transhumanism. That's what she would have been running off of. So it would have bought us some time against the erasure and the closure and the dismantling and the defunding of our most greatest achievements. You see what I'm saying? So with Project 2025, which is the far right, which is Donald Trump, we worried about the conservative, which is like fascism, militarized police state, which was where now we're seeing the military come out on, the protesters and stuff out there, and that right there, the militarized police state is really going to take the place of domestic law enforcement. See them right there, that's out there for the protest, like the insurrection. What was it? The insurrection of 1807 or 1805 or something like that. But however, this right here is militarized police state. It's talking about the domestic police department. And then there's autocracy, and there's the ultra-nationalist Christians, equal in other words, like the one world religion, y'all, totalitarian. In other words, it's the New World Order. Both of them are the New World Order, because if you'll notice right here, both of these circles, they interlap in the middle right there. But she would have bought you some time. She would have bought your black ass some time. Now, you like between a rock, a hard place, and some motherfucking metal. Sophia and humanoid robots and drones and police dogs and flying cars and autonomous cars and just all kind of crazy futuristic bullshit. So, that's where we at today. And totalitarianism is like authoritarian, mass surveillance, and economic intervention. Whatever the hell that means. But it's deep. So, yeah, we don't want to be a part of none of that. And we're going to have to extricate ourselves out of it. Yeah, we're going to have to stop all of this. And it's, we read now. It can be stopped. It could be even right now. But this is the last opportunity for us in our lifetimes, in our babies' lifetimes. Now, maybe down along the line and say 40, 50, 150 years, maybe they would rile up and stop the machines. But let's not let it go that far. Why are you going to let it get that far? A futuristic world for real? So Black America, we got work to do. Let's just do it. And I love y'all, I appreciate you being here. I am so grateful that you even come through and just stop through and listen. Give me a paddle, push me a little bit. Help me get off that curb on this bicycle. All I need is 2 people. And once I get started, I can go. It's all new for me still like the first time. And there's so much going on and stuff. And I want to keep my focus on Black people. I don't want to sit here and be talking about other folks and, what happened during the riots and stuff. Because I listened to them and was hearing what was happening to who and stuff. But I ain't here to talk to us about them and what happened out there when they was, being assaulted and accosted and arrested and stuff like that. When I do sit down here, I want to talk to us about us and what this is meaning to us. What all of this is meaning for us and our future and our children and stuff. So, yeah, let's just get us some gratitude. Keep your gratitude through all of that. Keep your gratitude. I know they're your friends. To the end. I know they're your friends. FREENDS. Yep. And I know you got love for them and stuff, and you feel for what's happening to them and stuff, but they got to solve that themselves. Your people need you. We need you. Black people need you. Yeah. So just keep some gratitude in your heart. Keep a song in your heart. Because with gratitude shields you from negativity. Gratitude makes you at least 25% happier. It rewires your brain, y'all. It eliminates stress and it heals you. Gratitude improves your sleep. Gratitude boosts your self-esteem and your performance. Gratitude enhances the law of attraction for you. Whatever you are grateful for, more of that is coming. See, we got to stay high in our vibrations. We can't be worried about everything out there. We can't be worried about other people. We can't be worried about America falling, Babylon crumbling. We can't be worried about that. We got to keep our gratitude high, keep a song in our heart, keep our vibration elevating. We got to, so we can be in position, because there's so much going on out there, stuff. You just be worried. You be worried for your immigrant neighbors and friends and stuff that don't even give a damn about you. Your co-workers and stuff don't even give a damn about your ass. They ass sitting there taking home all the fruits, all the vegetables, all the seeds that they can use and get their families up and stuff. I ain't giving none of it to your ass and stuff, but that's who you worried about and stuff. You gotta let that go. Put all this love, attention, focus, effort, money, time, whatever you got, put it all on you. All your gratitude and stuff, put it on you. All your forgiveness, every song you sing it to you and your people. Give it to us. We need that right now. Everybody else, they coming together for them. We got to continue coming together for us, y'all. I'm just saying, gratitude improves your relationships. Gratitude. Just be grateful. Be grateful, honey. That's one of your best keys that you got. One of your greatest strengths. And it don't cost you nothing. It don't cost me nothing to be grateful for my people, my ancestors. I'm here right now. I got an opportunity to recreate this whole illusion. It's broken. This whole illusion is broken. I'm going to create it for here and in the afterlife, for this life and my afterlife. I'm creating it now. Ain't nobody going to create it for me. Nobody. I'm going to create it myself for me and my people. And I'm letting y'all know you can create it. If you can't create you a new afterlife, I just gave you one. I gave you one. It ain't heaven. We're going to be free as a bird, as all birds, honey. You're going to be free in the afterlife. Ain't nobody going to clip your wings. You ain't going to never even have to worry about seeing white people ever again in the afterlife that I created. You can do that too. Do it if you want to. Do it. It's your reality. This is your life, and that's your afterlife. You can create it however you want to. I'm just saying, I'm just saying. But yeah, keep a song in your heart, y'all. When you singing joyful, expressive songs, y'all, it'll nourish your heart, balance your emotion, and uplift your spirit. Our music. You can't just get any old song out there. I like some Hindu songs too, like Govinda. I might listen to something like that too, but I'm talking, it don't give me goosebumps though. It don't give me goosebumps like some Earth, Wind, and Fire. It don't give me goosebumps like Stephanie Mills and Barry White. It just don't. But I might listen to Bismillah, the Quran and stuff. I might put on some of their music, but it don't do that like this right here do. Like R&B do. That music right there, honey, just thinking about, I don't even know which song to sing right now because I just feel a tingling right there beside my ears and stuff. Yeah, I'm just saying, when you singing, it expands your lungs and it improves your oxygen intake. Honey, you never let out a note like you let out that note with Shaka Khan and you know it. Honey, Whitney Houston stepped up on that podium, honey, before she even said it, you was already singing. You was already saying, honey, you held that note with Patti LaBelle. Everybody just stopped and was looking at you like. And then, yeah, but they didn't say nothing. They let you go there. I'm just saying, it's the music. And it's ours. Maybe other people's music do them like that. Oh, but the way they acting and shit here, they act like our music do them like that. I'm just saying, if I see one more motherfucking person here, take our music and act like it's theirs and roller skate on by. They pushing each other on chairs and couches. And they up like this right here. And for they come pushed across the floor and stuff. Honey, playing some Kool in the Gang and shit. Like that. I'm just like, it's too much for me. Yeah, we got to get it back. We got to get us back. Everybody took so much of us and stuff, honey. They using it at will. Yeah, I'm just saying, though. Singing helps regulate your emotions like frustration, anger, and stress right on out of your liver. And we ain't never figured it out. Why we so damn, why you so irritated? Hell, you just woke up. Honey, wake up with some music. Put on some music. Let music be your alarm clock. I don't know, be playing Earth, Wind, and Fire. Everybody love Earth, Wind, and Fire. Play Maze, whatever. Play Frankie Smith, the Double Dutch Bus. Everybody be getting up then. I'm just saying. Yeah, and let it help get that frustration out. Because everybody gonna wait, doo-doo. You hear the sounds of the city and stuff. I don't know if Double Dutch Bus was written in Gary, Indiana or not, but I remember them days, boy. And and everybody out there, and then Frankie come out with his little dance, the Double Dutch Bus coming down the street, moving everybody, time to shuffle your feet. I'm just saying, put on some music. that help us want to get up. Help them babies get up. Help your daughters, your sons, the teenagers, because you know you're scared to take your ass in there and say anything anyway. Your ass ain't kick the door open in years. Get your ass up. You know you got to go to school. You ain't done that in so long. You scared to do it now. Hell, use the music. Use music. Hell, if he do get up, hell, he gonna be, I like that. What's that? You ain't cook breakfast? Double Dutch buds. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, and then he's sitting down at the counter right there. I remember, AT ain't washed his face, brushed his teeth. They come in there looking for your ass to cook. Cause you up. Music going and stuff. See, we usually be ready when we get up like that and stuff. We know we up. We ready. We know it's food cooking because we smell it. It's music going on and stuff. You been up then. You been up and awake. So yeah, but when he get up, honey, ain't nothing playing but the music and stuff. He come in there with that little talking and stuff. Tell him go in there and shower and stuff and come out here and help with these eggs and stuff. Just start something new. But put the music on and stuff. I'm just saying, music helps. It said it right here. Regulate emotions like frustration, anger, and stress. Right on out of your body. Yep. Not to mention if your ass taking all them medicines too. Honey, I did not know the medicines was accumulating in your ass. Y'all letting each other take all these pills. 9, 12, 15 pills. Sometime in the morning and at nighttime. And it's accumulating. I didn't know it was accumulating in your liver or your kidneys. It's accumulating somewhere. So if all of this shit is accumulating in your heart, your lungs, your liver, your kidneys and stuff, we got to stop. We got to stop. And then not to mention the food and shit that we eating. Yeah, it's too much. And then your kidneys. I know I'm finna go. When you singing, honey, it can strengthen your kidney energy because it is fostering your vocal expressions. When you hitting that loud note with Patti LaBelle or Aretha Franklin, your kidneys is too. Can't you see your kidneys in there shaking? And while you shaking, your vocal cords and stuff, and your kidneys is too. Getting that note out of there, honey, is just chelating all them toxins right on out of your body. Yeah. That's the benefits of singing from the vibrations in music. That's why it was so prosperous for us and so touching. And it resonate with us, our music. And see, we got a fear of getting back to our music, but you ain't got to fear it. You ain't got to fear that folks gonna be like, oh, what you listening to? Shalimar? Who is that Wild Wild West? Who you listening to over there? Houdini? Out here, motherfucker, if your ass don't want to listen to Houdini, get the fuck out then. Now, the party didn't start till I walked in, and I probably won't leave until the thing ends. But in the meantime and in between time, you work your thing and I work mine. We came here together so we can have fun. Me and you, baby, going one-on-one. I'm just saying, if your ass don't want to hear Houdini, get the hell out. Because you ain't coming up in here playing WAP no more. I be damned. You won't be coming up in here with that bullshit no more. Yeah, let's just flip the script for us. Shit, it ain't hurting nobody. Everybody doing it but us. I bet you if you hang around like a fly on the wall in some of these other people's houses and stuff, other groups of people, they motherfucking till I come in trying to sing Houdini and shit. Run DMC and stuff. They trying to sing all that music and stuff. Sound good to them. Yeah. Folks ain't gonna know who the hell is black in the next coming up decades and stuff. But Cosmic Energy gonna know. Mother Gaia gonna know. Because that's who created us. That's who manifested us. And that's all I gotta say. We finna get out of here. And I'll see y'all tonight, hopefully, because we ain't got but 2 chapters. I'm gonna try to read these last 2 chapters at one time. You know, so it might go on a little longer and stuff. It might not. Maybe I'll come on reading like fabulous. Y'all, wow, face reading good. Because you know, when you practice and stuff, it's better. And I ain't used to reading out loud and stuff. You know, maybe to the grandchildren, but them little kid books. But this right here, yeah, you gotta steal yourself. You know, but yeah, we can do it and stuff. So I'll see y'all hopefully tonight. Be good. Be grateful to yourself. Play some good music. Turn off that bullshit. Start today setting your boundaries. Go out to the Family Dollar, Dollar Tree, get you some seeds, get you some soil, some perlite, some plant food. Start planting your garden up and stuff. Start listening to black media. You ain't got to look at Hell's Kitchen no more. Hell, you ain't finna go cook that shit anyway. You ain't going to everything you looking at on TV. You ain't finna go do it. You know, Andy Griffith, word by word, heat of the night. Everything you looking at on Bounce TV, we've been looking at it for the longest. So try something new. We're in unprecedented times, uncharted waters. But hey, we got this though. Dr. Claus said we can beat this. These monopolies and stuff they've set up, they can be beaten, and we can do it. And I love y'all. Good day, Kelvin. It's so good to see you. My brother.